Hi knitting friends, it's Julesy and I'm back with another free knitting pattern today. Today I'm going to teach you how to make my cup cozy or cup sleeve. If you're one of those people that likes to take your travel mug with you when you go to the coffee shop, sometimes, particularly these ceramic ones, they can get quite hot. I've designed a little cup sleeve that easily goes over your travel mug and it keeps your fingers safe from getting burnt on hot exteriors. You can also use it as a bit of a fashion accessory, or if you have a particularly cold cup maybe. I just think they look like such a cute accessory and you can make them in any colours you want. To make this pattern, you're going to need either a set of 4mm double pointed needles, or if you're like me, I like to use these really tiny fixed circular needles. I find them quite easy to use. People tend to use them for socks and hand warmers and things like that, but today I'm going to use mine to make my cup cozy. This one is 4mm, it's about 10 centimeters long, it's fixed, and you're also going to need just a small amount of 8-ply yarn. I like to use variegated or hand-dyed yarn just because it brings a bit of texture and a bit of interest to my project. So this is a really fun project for using up any of that scrap yarn. The other thing I love about this particular pattern is it's so quick and easy to make. So if you're like me and particularly coming up to Christmas or someone's birthday and you'd like to make them something really quick, this is a project you can make in under an hour and it's a lovely gift to give someone. So let's get started. And we're going to cast on 36 stitches using the long tail method, straight onto your needle. If you're casting onto double point needles, then you'll need to cast onto 3 needles. This particular yarn I'm using today is not sure. I want to say it might be a Madeline Tosh. I made a beautiful little baby cardigan out of it and I had a little bit left over. So I've been making mouse hats and hand warmers and all sorts of things. So never toss away your scrap bits of yarn if you finish a large project, because there's always little things that you can make with it. And if you're having quite a big investment in yarn like I do, then it's good to use up every last little bit. I've been chatting away and I haven't counted how many stitches I've got, so let's do a quick count. 20, 22, 24, 25, almost there. I always like to double check my stitches just to make sure. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 30, 32, 34, 36, perfect. You will also need some little scissors and a darning needle at the end. If you know me, I like to trim my long tail just so I don't get confused later on about which is my working yarn. Now is a good time to put a little stitch marker on the start if you're working in the round. You might want to put on one of those hook-on ones if you're working in double point needles, but you can generally tell with the double point needles where you're starting from your long tail. Quick check to make sure that my stitches aren't twisted on the needle. Your first round is going to be a rib round. We're going to do a knit 1, purl 1 rib all the way around. And what that does is it creates a nice elasticated band to keep your coffee sleeve from sliding off the coffee cup. So we're going to go all the way around, knit 1, purl 1. I always find the first round is a little bit tricky because your stitches are just getting used to being worked on the needle, and particularly if you're working on a circular needle, because you're just loosening up those stitches and getting them used to their new situation. You're getting your stitches ready for their new situation. Yeah, the dad jokes come for free, as do my patterns, so you're welcome. Okay, keep going around. Is it just me? I find rib quite tedious. Ooh. Almost lost that little guy. Stay with us. Stay with us. Okay, so we're going to slip that marker. Beep, boop, off you go. And then you're going to repeat that last round 3 more times. So you're going to do a total of 4 rounds of knit 1, purl 1 rib, and that's going to give us our nice little elasticated band at the bottom. So let's get to it. Yeah, I think I'm going to speed these next few rounds up, put a bit of music against it so you don't have to keep listening to my terrible dad jokes, even though I'm a mum. Okay, so we've done our 4 rounds of knit 1, purl 1 rib for our band. Now you notice with takeaway coffee cups that they are tapered. They do have a little bit of a tapered edge, so we are going to increase in the next round just to give our coffee sleeve a little bit of shape. So we do that by knitting into the front and then the back of the first stitch, like so, and you've increased 1 stitch. Then we're going to count 18 stitches, 17 and 18, and then we're going to do 1 more increase on the next stitch. So you're going to knit into the front, don't take that stitch off, you're going to go back and knit into the back of that stitch, and you've created another stitch, and then you're just going to knit until the end of that round. And you've increased 2 stitches in that round, so you should have 38 stitches on your needles. And just knit all the way to the end of that round. Now for the easy part, slip that stitch. You're just going to knit 10 rounds without shaping any further. So just knitting 10 straight rounds. So I'll leave you with that one and I'll catch you up on the other side. Okay, so we're back. We've done our 10 rounds of straight knitting. We're just going to finish off that last one and slip that stitch marker. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to repeat our increase round that we did in the first round, and that just gives us a little bit more of a tapered section at the top of our cup sleeve. So we're going to knit into the front and the back of the first stitch. And then we're going to knit 19 stitches around. (17, 18, 19). And then you're going to knit into the front and back of the next stitch, so increasing another stitch, and then you're just going to knit until the end of that round. So you should now have 40 stitches on your circular needles or your double point needles, and you've increased 2 stitches in that round. I can hear my dog in the background. Do you need to be doing that right now? She's got the cutest face, so she gets away with a lot of nonsense. Okay, so we've finished that round. All that's left to do, slip that marker, is we're going to repeat our band section that's at the bottom, at the top. So you're going to do 4 rounds of knit 1, purl 1 rib, all the way around. Knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. I just find rib so boring. Let's do it, come on. Crack on, everyone. One more round, come on. Just that last little bit to go. We can do this. Okay, so that is 4 rounds of rib. We can get rid of our stitch marker now because we're about to cast off. All that's left to do is to cast off in that rib pattern. So you're going to knit 1, purl 1, then pass the first stitch over the second. Just follow the pattern around. So knit that next stitch, slide him across, purl the next stitch, put that one over the second, and going all the way around. So casting off in that rib pattern to give it a nice stretchy, elasticated bind off. Always just following the stitch that you're up to. So we're up to a purl, we do a purl, then we pass the first one over the second, and so on and so forth till the end of the round. And purling that last stitch, pass that one over, then you're going to make a big loop. We're just going to get our scissors and cut a length, pull that loop through, and then you're going to get your darning needle, thread that end, and then you're just going to pick up the little stitch in between and the stitch at the end there, and then you're just going to join it so it kind of looks like it's part of the same pattern. And then I go back in there, then I go back through here, and you see I've created that chain pattern. Then I'm just going to thread this through a couple of times and trim that end off like so. Then we're going to go back to our cast on long tail, thread that with your darning needle, and you're just going to bring that through there and then thread it underneath a couple of times, pull that through, and then trim off that end. There you can see you've got your gorgeous little cup sleeve. Now let's see if it works. You can see that it is tapered, so it does have a wider band at the top. So put the wider band on first, and you can see it fits perfectly, and you've got a beautiful little cup cozy or a cup sleeve for your travel mug. I just love them. They make such great little gifts. They're easy to knit. They're a great way of using up your scrap yarn. They stop your fingers from getting burnt, so what more could you want? That's all from me today. If you're new here, thanks for joining me till the end. Please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. It does really make it easier for me to keep sharing free patterns. And until next time, everybody, happy knitting.